I, Pythagoras, was born around 570 BCE on the island of Samos, a place where the Aegean Sea shimmered like a tapestry woven by the gods. My father, Nisarchus, was a merchant of precious goods and a gem engraver. He was a man of precision and refinement, instilling in me a deep respect for craftsmanship. My mother, Pythes, was a wise and devout woman, named after the sacred oracle of Delphi, and she often told me stories of divine will and human destiny. Legend has it that even before my birth, my destiny was foretold. My mother sought the guidance of the Pythia, who proclaimed that I was destined for greatness, chosen by the gods to uncover profound truths. These tales, whispered to me as a child, filled me with a sense of purpose. I was a curious boy, always asking questions, always seeking patterns in the world around me. Why did the stars move as they did? Why did the lyre produce such perfect sounds when strung with certain lengths of strings? My early education on Samos introduced me to the works of Homer and Hesiod, teaching me the beauty of storytelling and the grandeur of human thought. But it was the geometric patterns in nature, the spirals of shells, the symmetry of flowers, that captivated my mind. As I grew into manhood, my thirst for knowledge outgrew the confines of Samos. By the time I was in my early 20s, I had heard whispers of wisdom beyond the Aegean. Egypt, the cradle of ancient knowledge, beckoned to me with its mysteries of geometry, astronomy, and sacred rites. My journey there was not without its perils, for the seas were rife with storms and pirates, but I was determined to reach the land where the gods themselves were said to have walked. In Egypt, I was welcomed into the priestly circles of Memphis and Thebes. The priests, though cautious at first, allowed me to participate in their rigorous training. Days turned into years as I immersed myself in their sacred teachings. Geometry, I learned, was more than a practical tool. It was a divine language that could reveal the secrets of creation. The pyramids stood as eternal proof of this truth, their design embodying perfect proportions and alignment with the stars. It was here that I learned the discipline of silence. The priests believed that silence was a pathway to understanding, for in silence, the mind could hear the whispers of the cosmos. I fasted, meditated, and learned to control my desires, realizing that the path to wisdom required both mental and physical discipline. After my time in Egypt, my journey led me to Babylon, a land of towering ziggurats and a culture steeped in the study of the heavens. The Chaldean astronomers were masters of celestial observation. They charted the movements of the stars and planets with a precision that astonished me. They revealed to me the concept of the great year, a cycle of time governed by the alignments of celestial bodies. In Babylon, I also encountered the art of numerology. Numbers, I realized, were not merely tools for counting. They were symbols of cosmic order. Each number carried its own essence and meaning. One symbolized unity, two duality, and so on. I began to see the universe as a vast mathematical system, where every element was connected through numbers and their relationships. These experiences deepened my conviction that mathematics was not just a human invention, but a divine truth waiting to be discovered. When I finally returned to Samos, I was no longer the young man who had left years ago. I carried with me the wisdom of two great civilizations, eager to share what I had learned. Yet, I found my homeland under the oppressive rule of the tyrant Polycrates. Polycrates was a man of ambition and excess, his tyranny stifling the intellectual and spiritual growth of Samos. Despite this, I attempted to establish a school, teaching a small group of followers who shared my passion for knowledge. I introduced them to the mysteries of geometry, the harmony of music, and the discipline of self-control. But my teachings were not welcomed by all. Many viewed my ideas as foreign and dangerous, a challenge to the traditions of our ancestors. I grew frustrated with the limitations imposed by tyranny and the narrow minds of those unwilling to embrace new ways of thinking. In my mid-30s, I left Samos once more, seeking a place where my ideas could flourish. My journey brought me to Croton, a Greek city in southern Italy. It was a city of wealth and culture, but also one where the people were eager for guidance. Here, I founded the Pythagorean Brotherhood, a community devoted to the pursuit of truth, virtue, and harmony. It was not merely a school, but a way of life. My followers, both men and women, adhered to strict rules of conduct. They observed silence, practiced vegetarianism, and lived communally, believing that the purification of the body and soul was essential for the pursuit of wisdom. We delved deeply into the study of mathematics, discovering that numbers governed not only the physical world but also the realms of music, ethics, and even the soul. Through experimentation, we uncovered the ratios that produced musical harmony. The octave, the fifth, and the fourth were revealed to be governed by simple numerical relationships, proving that music was a reflection of the cosmic order. One of our greatest discoveries was the principle that bears my name, the Pythagorean theorem. By studying right triangles, we revealed that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. This was not merely a practical tool for builders and architects. It was a glimpse into the eternal truths that underpin the universe. However, our exploration of numbers led to an unsettling revelation: the existence of irrational numbers. These numbers, which could not be expressed as a ratio of two integers, seemed to defy the perfection of the numerical world. This discovery caused great controversy within the Brotherhood, challenging our beliefs about the harmony of the cosmos. Our growing influence in Croton attracted both admiration and envy. The secrecy of the Brotherhood and our unconventional practices aroused suspicion. Some saw us as a threat to the established order, accusing us of elitism and conspiracy. The tensions culminated in a violent uprising against the Brotherhood. Our school was attacked and burned, many of my followers killed or scattered. I fled, taking refuge in nearby cities. But the Brotherhood was irreparably broken. In my final years, I wandered, teaching where I could and reflecting on the lessons of my life. Though my community had fallen, I knew that the seeds we had planted would grow. When I reflect on my life, I see it as a journey toward understanding the divine order of existence. I lived not for power or wealth, but for the pursuit of truth. My discoveries in mathematics, music, and philosophy were not ends in themselves, but windows into the eternal harmony of the cosmos. I am Pythagoras, and though my body is long since returned to the earth, my ideas endure. For in every triangle, in every melody, in every pattern of the stars, the truths I sought are still there, waiting to be discovered anew.